like this, and that is massive. And now it sets him up in great field position.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football.
Down he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
I really love that first drive by the offense. It always seemed like they were just one step ahead of the D, and a nice job there down close. When the defense knew they were going to run the football, being more physical, running it in on 3rd down to get the touchdown.
Oh, how could that happen? He misses the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense. It's about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Already down a score early. The last thing you want to do on your first drive is give it right back to them, so they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll take the deep shot. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what... play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. The delay of game pushes the offense back. First down here for the offense. Quick handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw, it's Thorne. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They'll run it from the gun. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man. And some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, two former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This guy, man, he's got some serious tools, and he really helps make this offense dangerous.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll go right back to it. The Tigers get it past the sticks.
Pickup of 2. First down for the offense. At the end of the first quarter, the score: Auburn 6, LSU 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The give out of the gun. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Using his legs, it's Durham. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Quick completion on the out. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. On second down, just keeps firing. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
On to attempt the try. And it's blocked. That's a live ball. He can take it back for 2. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Here's the give off the left side. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to run for it. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run, so now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Dropping back, it's Thorne. He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
What a great play by the defense. Listen, that's why he plays defense. Yes, I get the jokes. Defensive guys can't catch real well. But the offense, they caught a big-time break right there. That could have been disaster on their side of the field. Could have been a big turnover that led to points.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it?
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They're testing the right side here. Breaks the tackle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Complete out of the backfield. Still on his feet at the 45. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Simmons. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. The Tigers will move the sticks.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They want to run it left here. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that, get that one pop.
He's going up top. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his...
Listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Throws for the tight end. It's caught. Makes the grab, and a nice gain gets it to the 35.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. You just can't take a play on him. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Hurt Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense at Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that too.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will give them the lead.
LSU, number 29, with the carry.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Pushes for the goal line. This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion, but was denied. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down for this offense. Looking for a gap. It's Hunter. Fighting off the defender. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, LSU 12, Auburn 6.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the...
Ball in the air, intercepted! Trying to take it back. The 10! And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Cobb. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
First and 10.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate...
He'll off one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving.
side. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Auburn lines up quickly.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it.
Going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Firmly in control of this game, we'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with the victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, Dave. They had a really good game plan coming in this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
A shot toward the end zone. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And you know what? You kind of deserve that. Late in the game where you could run the clock out, still throwing the football all over the yard. Now this game, it's a long shot. Just give him a little bit of luck.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Throws toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Unleashes one deep. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another.
On the set. Moves. He's looking to pass. To the end zone, and is picked off.
That keeps the score. LSU 26, Auburn 6.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick it off.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Simmons. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
Take over. First and 10.
Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time
he unleashes a long one. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Here's a throw downfield late. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. That will be the final play as they make the stop and the clock.